Welcome back to the third episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast. Today, we are going to do the best baseball movies bracket. We are going to talk about the NBA Finals, and we're going to talk about the NHL Stanley Cup. We're going to talk some baseball news to you, and stay tuned because we have some Hall of Fame Yay or Nay and a little giveaway. So here we go. I'm Isaiah.
I'm Hunter.
And I'm Micah.
And you're watching the HatTrick. The first segment of the HatTrick Sports Podcast, episode B, we are going to do Best Baseball Movies Bracket. All right, so we came up with a bracket of the top 8 baseball movies that we've watched. And Hunter and Micah, you want to name the seeds?
All right, so we got the 1 seed Sandlot, 2 seed Rookie of the Year, 3 seed Bad News Bears, 4 seed Major League, 5 seed Benchwarmers, 6 seed Moneyball, 7 seed The Perfect Game, and 8 seed Little Big League.
Wow. Okay, so those are in our opinions, the top baseball movies, right, Hunter?
Yep.
All right. So, for the first game in the quarterfinals, we have The Sandlot, the 1 seed versus Little Big League. What are your guys' thoughts on those two movies?
I mean, it's Sandlot, right? It's obviously Sandlot.
Hunter.
I'm with Micah. It's The Sandlot. How can The Sandlot be defeated by Little Big League? Great movie, but Sandlot's better.
Little Big League is a good movie. Sandlot, I think, is the most original, and in my opinion, it's the best baseball movie, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so The Sandlot, the 1 seed, moves on. Next, in the quarterfinals, the Major League versus Benchwarmers. All right, so the 4 and 5 seed. Which one? I like both of these movies. These movies are hard for me. They're both hilarious. With Major League, with Wild Thing, Benchwarmers, with Carlos. He's 12 years old. Hunter, what are your thoughts on these two movies?
So I'm biased. My family's from Ohio. Love the Guardians. So I gotta take Major League. Love the movie. Hilarious. One of my absolute favorites. It's pretty original too.
I'm also sticking with Wild Thing and Willie Mays Hayes in Major League.
Yeah, I don't know. Benchwarmers, I think, is hilarious. I can quote both of these movies like all day, everything day. Half the things I say are from like these movies. Okay, we'll just stick with Major League. All right, Major League moves on. That's the 4 seed. All right, so next we're on to the 3 seed and the 6 seed. Bad News Bears and Moneyball. Moneyball, I think, is one of... It may not be the best, but it's one of the best movies of all time. It has numbers, it has statistics. Just like when you think about baseball as a business, you think about Moneyball. And I just love that part of the movie. I'm going to go with Moneyball. I think it's one of the best baseball movies of all time. What do you guys think?
You go.
So I think Moneyball's a great movie. I love it. I love the significance it has on the A's, especially today. Because, Moneyball ain't working anymore. That's for sure. Who
do you think? Because we'll do like a 2 or 3 vote.
Oh, I'm going to do Bad News Bears.
What? No.
I think that movie's original. They have a song. And great song, great movie. Hilarious. And I just love it.
It's Bad News Bears is a funny movie, but it's Moneyball.
So I get to break the
Bad News Bears.
tie. I get to break the tie. So I'm going with the comedy. I'm going with Bad News Bears.
There's no way.
Moneyball, go bye-bye.
Oh my goodness. There's no way you guys
Bye-bye, Moneyball. Bye-bye.
I love
Bye-bye.
that movie so much, though. There's no way.
I like it too, but Bad News Bears is Bad News Bears.
It's bad news. It's a funny movie.
It's funny, but Moneyball.
It's one of the,
Literally,
if not the
all you have
funniest
to
movies.
say is Bad News Bears.
All right, so Bad News Bears moves on.
And the viewers
demands.
get me.
By popular demand,
Right?
Bad
News Bears.
Yeah. Bad News
Comment what you think.
Don't
okay.
comment, Moneyball.
All right.
Bad News.
Don't
Bad
lie.
News
So
Bears.
3
is
C
better.
moves on. Rookie of the Year and Perfect Game.
The game's a good one, you know. Got those Mexican kids playing baseball, you know, always a good time. But I gotta go Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I think Rookie of the Year is like original, kind of with that Sandlot. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rookie of the Year. Hunter, what do you think?
Yeah, me too.
The Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
So the 2 seed moves on. So that means all the high seeds moves on. No upsets.
No upsets.
No upsets. All right, on to the semifinals. All right, so we have the Sandlot and Major League. I think the Sandlot. I just think it's like most original. What are your guys' thoughts?
I'll go Sandlot's a good movie. You know, you got Smalls, you got Benny. But I'm going with Wild Thing and Willie Mays Hayes. I'm going with Major League.
All right, Hunter, what are your thoughts?
I'll let you go first. All right.
I think it's The Sandlot. I just think it's iconic with Smalls and Benny and just like the plot. Like when you think of 80s baseball, like when you're out with your friends playing baseball or something, you think of that movie. I just think it's a great movie. I think it should be The Sandlot. I think Sandlot's borderline the best best baseball movie of all time. My bad. So you're the deciding factor again.
All
What are you
right.
gonna choose?
So I think The Sandlot, great movie. Major League, great movie. So this is hard.
I know.
This is really two great movies. I love Sandlot because of the theme and like how they did it, but I love Major League because it's more realistic.
But the question is, which do you like more?
Which one?
You
You gotta choose one, man.
know, I'm gonna go the Major League.
Let's go.
My goodness, you guys are outnumbering me today.
Sandlot, nope.
Wild Thing moves on.
To the final.
Willie Mays Hayes.
I think those type of comedies are better than
Yeah.
the ones like The Sandlot.
So you
The
guys think
Sandlot's
comedies
amazing.
are better than originals?
Yes.
I do, yes.
All right, so
That's why Bad News Bears won.
Well,
the
it depen-
upset. The upset. The 4 seed beats the 1 seed. All right, Bad News Bears and Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year, again, another original. Bad News Bears is funny, though. I don't know. What do you guys think? Hunter, you go first this time. Because you're just...
Bad News Bears and Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Rookie of the Year wins this.
Yeah.
Because it's Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I think Rookie of the Year takes it. So, Micah, you don't really decide, but what do you think?
One of the best movie characters of all time, Henry Rowan-Gardner and Chet Stenson. I'm going Rookie of the Year.
Rocket.
Yeah.
Rocket's moving on.
It's foul.
The high stinky cheese.
The high stinky.
It's foul. It's foul. It's foul. It's foul.
Oh, and it's foul. Okay. Major League and Rookie of the Year for the finals. What is the HatTrick Sports Podcast best or favorite baseball movie? Major League or Rookie of the Year? Micah.
Okay, I'll go. So, the Rocket will not move on. I'm going with Chet. I'm going with Willie Mays Hayes and Wild Thing in Major League.
Hunter.
I agree.
Yeah.
Major League.
Rookie of the Year is another original with the Sandlot. I thought it was going to be Sandlot and Moneyball in the finals, but neither of them made it. So, Major League, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's
He
not
does
up to
not
me.
like this.
But Major League is the HatTrick Sports Podcast favorite baseball film. Wild Thing, I almost got that haircut a few years ago. Just an
He did.
iconic haircut, and yeah, it's just a hilarious movie. Between Rookie of the Year and Major League, there's a huge like age difference of who should be watching it. But I'll go with Major League. Major League's a good one. So Major League, HatTrick Sports Podcast, favorite movie. All right, you guys want to go into the next segment?
Yeah.
Yep.
Here we go. NBA Finals. The NBA Finals finished a few days ago, and Micah's favorite team, the hat that he's been wearing for the last month, the Nuggets, they win it in 5. Micah, you have stats on that, right?
Yep, I got a few stats. So, Jokic averaging 30 points, 14 rebounds, and 7 assists. Now, that's lower than his regular season averages, which says a lot about how he's been playing. He's been playing well, but not good enough. Not to his standards, at least. Now, Jimmy Butler with 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. That's good, but it's not good enough to beat Jokic. Then you got Bam with 22 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 assists in the finals. That's a lot. I didn't think he'd do that.
Hunter, I know you're a Celtics fan, and you really don't like how the NBA playoffs ended up, but did you watch the Jokic's press conferences?
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. He wants to go home, see his horses, drink some soda.
Got it.
Jokic is from Serbia, and he was like, yeah, this is like my 9-to-5 job. Nobody really likes their job. I just want to go home. He's a big horse guy. Serbia's ecstatic, though. Jokic's brother was more excited than Jokic. He just wants to go home. There's a horse race going on Saturday, I believe, and the Nugs parade is happening today on the 15th, and I think he's hoping to go home tomorrow. He asked the owner to take the jet back to Serbia, and I don't think the owner. I think the owner will let him do that, especially with the season that he's had.
And someone was like interviewing all the Nuggets players, and Jokic was the only one without the finals trophy with him. And she asked him where it was. He's like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't care."
He
said, "I don't know, and I don't care."
it's like employee of the month for him, I guess.
It is so funny.
Hunter, you want to talk about the finals a little bit? He's still kind of mad.
Yeah, he's mad.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
mad.
still very mad about how the Celtics played in Game 7. I think the Heat shouldn't have made it. I don't think they should have even made it to the championship series.
Someone didn't stop them. Celtics.
Nobody's
Who?
back there, by the way.
No, I was looking at you.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the Nuggets deserve to win. I think Jokic deserved a ring. But at the same time, I think Jimmy Butler needs to get a ring as well. He has been playing for years. How many years?
Jokic.
No, Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy, like
10 maybe?
10, 12, something like that.
Yeah, I feel like he needs a ring.
DeAndre Jordan beats out Chris Paul to get a first ring. Combined age of like 77. DeAndre Jordan beats Chris Paul.
Yeah, congratulations to the Nuggets and Jokic. I know you don't really care, but congratulations on winning Finals MVP and winning it all. He kind of got stolen from MVP with Embiid, yeah.
MVP. It was a pity MVP.
Yeah, it was kind of a pity MVP, but
I think Jason Tatum should have won.
That's fine.
the Celtics fans. All right, you want to move on to NHL?
Let's go.
All right, we're cruising along this podcast. Okay, so NHL, the Knights won the Stanley Cup in 5 games. I'm not a huge hockey fan. I'll watch it, but I'm not the biggest hockey fan. Mike and Hunter, what are you guys' thoughts on the Knights winning it all?
I thought the Panthers were going to win. I thought they were going to win 6 games after beating the Hurricanes and the Bruins and almost every tough competitor. Then they face the Knights and they lose badly,
Very badly.
giving up a lot of goals and not a lot of games.
How many goals was it? Do you guys know?
The final game was like 7 or 9 goals, something like
Yeah, it was
that.
like 9
it was
goals.
insane.
I think the final score ended up being like 7 or 9-3.
Something like that.
It was
A
just.
lot of goals.
It was a bloodbath.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I think as soon as you score like a couple of goals on the Panthers, I think you already know you're gonna win.
The goalie's just not that good, I guess.
I think they give up. Honestly.
I don't know. I think they just, once they get down by like 4+, they're just done.
Not a great week for sports fans in Miami
Nope.
or Florida.
Last year was Philly, this year it's Miami.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you think the Marlins have a shot now?
That'd be funny.
I mean, the Rays do.
Oh, the Rays do. You're right.
Rays, Florida teams.
Florida teams, watch out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, congratulations to the Knights. You get the Stanley Cup, your name embedded in it. Cool. There was a Knights player who put their baby in the Stanley Cup. Is that normal?
I don't think so.
I think I've seen beer in it, and now I've seen a baby in it.
The normal thing is the Lightning win it and then they break it somehow.
Yeah, they drop
that's
it.
the normal thing, yeah. But now that Vegas wins it, they're not dropping it.
They're not dropping it. They're not dropping it.
Vegas is going to make Vegas odds to see if they break it.
That's what's cool about the NHL is that there's one trophy that they give out every year, and it's the same exact trophy, and they embed their names into it and everything, and
Yeah.
really cool.
It's not like the Lombardi where there's like 30.
Yeah, well, 55.
Yeah.
Or there's
Like 57.
57, I think.
And I'm
it's-
sure there are plenty of fakes out there that they use like during the parades. I mean, we saw Travis Kelce give a fan.
That's the
one.
real one. That was the real one.
Was that?
Patrick, or it was Kelsey. It was. It's the real one. Yeah.
Kelsey should be MVP just for going on the president's podium and just trying to talk.
Oh yeah.
MVP Kelsey. That was amazing.
Kelsey's hilarious.
That was amazing.
Kelce's. There's a podcast actually.
Did you hear what he wanted to say before he said my fellow Americans? He wanted to say something along the lines of, "Thank you, my Americans. I hope you have a good day," or something like that. He said it on his podcast with his brother. I forget exactly what it was. It was something like that.
And Mahomes. Yeah.
Mahomes pulling him away.
You guys want to move on to the next segment?
Let's go.
All right. So I'm the big baseball fan, and I think everybody in the baseball community, not everybody, people in the baseball community think that I'm crazy but for like about the last 6 months to a year, I've been saying that Shohei Ohtani is the greatest baseball player of all time. People are like, no, it's Babe Ruth, blah, blah, blah. No, I think Shohei Ohtani is the greatest baseball player of all time, and he just, like, within the last week he has 20-plus home runs and, like, 110 strikeouts so far this season, and he's been doing it for, like, 3 years.
How old is Shohei?
Shohei. How old is Shohei?
He's like 25, 26.
How old is Shohei? Because I can give you an analogy that can prove you wrong.
28.
Okay, Jokic is about 28. He can shoot threes. He can do everything. He's a point guard center. Is he the greatest of all time?
Can he do... All right, no,
He can shoot threes. He can do layups. He can do mid-range. He can pass. He can do anything you need him to do.
But the thing about Shohei Ohtani that makes him so great is that he's great on both sides of the field.
So is Jokic.
Okay, but you're comparing apples and oranges. Like, you are comparing two completely different sports, because on baseball there's pitching, which is different than all 8 other positions. Pitching is like the most dominant thing, and they work so much on pitching that they don't hit. They made that rule a few years ago that there's universal DH now. But yeah, like, you can't be great at pitching and hitting. He's like
He's doing like little league stuff. Like,
But in like 75 years, people are going to say, oh, this guy's better than Shohei just because they're going to be throwing a lot faster. Going to be hitting a lot better. They're going to be doing everything a lot better, just like we weren't doing like 75 years ago.
Shout out to Codified Baseball. I got this off of your article. It says, so far this season, Shohei has hit more home runs than any other AL batter and has struck out more batters than all but one American League pitcher, and that was before last night's game where he pitched. So he's like the best player in the AL right now.
Yeah, he's probably going to win the MVP.
Yeah, and I think he should win the MVP because he should be considered the greatest baseball player of all time.
All time, he's easily top. I think he's top 3, but I don't think he's number 1.
All time.
what about triple crowns for Shohei, though?
Yeah, is he winning the triple crown? No. That's just home runs. It's not RBI. It's not batting average. He has power. He has power.
I think he has the 3rd highest batting average in all of MLB right now, and he has the most, and one of the most, if not the most, strikeouts in the AL or the whole MLB right now.
So he's good at hitting home runs and he's good at striking people out. What about ERA? Like, is he leading in ERA? Is he top 5 in ERA?
What's his ERA?
I don't know, but look up top AL ERAs.
3.32.
Okay, 3.32. It went a little bit higher.
Okay.
But that's a little high. But
Okay. Yeah. What's his batting average?
batting average.
I'm sure that's pretty high, but
Oh,
299.
that's great. What are you talking about?
And like 30 games into the season? Nah,
No,
it's
like
okay.
60 games into the season. Over that, 70.
I mean, it's okay, but there's a lot of guys above him.
No, he's batting like 300.
I mean,
there's a few guys above him. There's guys above him.
There's like 2 guys above him.
There's like 5 guys above him.
Well, with Luis Arias hitting 400.
Luis Arias is batting like 400.
I mean,
So
that's
he's not-
insane,
So
too.
he's not the
But
best
is he
hitter.
pitching? Is he pitching?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's pitching.
Wait, Luis Arias pitches?
No, Shohei is.
No.
okay.
I think Shohei Ohtani is the greatest all-around baseball player of all
So
time.
you're saying you can bat like 700 with 75 home runs and in like 100?
No, but that's just on
500
offense. That's not
RBIs.
defense. How can you be dominant in both? How can you be one of the better in both offense and defense?
He's not the best pitcher. He's not the best batter. He's not the best pitcher. He has the most strikeouts. That means nothing.
That means nothing.
That means that he strikes people out. It doesn't mean runs. Doesn't mean ERA. Nothing.
Comment what you guys think.
It's like a kid in middle school throwing hard. No one can hit it, but he's not accurate. He has a bunch of strikeouts, but his ERA is pretty high.
All right. Next story: the A's reverse boycott. So the A's have been having like one of the most lowest attendance in MLB history, pretty much. It's like on average, like 8,000 people are going to the stadium, which is highly low. And so what the A's did is they're like, because the A's are moving to Las Vegas in 6 years. It's not like official, but it's gonna happen. So what the Oakland fans are saying is, no, we don't want to move. They don't have to move. We can fill the stadium. We just want them to sell the team because Fisher, the A's owner, is horrible. Like they just don't like him. So what they did is they filled the Coliseum, which is where the A's play, and they pretty much sold out the stadium to prove like, hey, we can fill the stadium. And what they were doing, they were like chanting like sell the team. They were all wearing shirts that said sell, like all these signs and stuff just to try to make them sell so they don't have to move to Vegas. But I don't think it does anything because even if they do sell the team, the new owner is going to still move to Vegas, right?
Yeah, they're going to move to Vegas, but the team is probably going to be better. And I think that's overall the second best possibility besides them leaving.
Plus, the stadium looks cool. So I kind of want them to move
Yeah,
to
the
Vegas.
new stadium looks cool. The old one's not good at all.
That's
horrible.
that's just a blueprint. I don't know if Michael pop if you're watching this on short, Michael pop up a picture of the stadium.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it'll work. I think it's kind of stupid. I get their point, but I don't think it'll work. I think they're moving to Vegas no matter what, if they sell or not. And it was also to show Manfred like, hey, this Fisher guy's not good for MLB as a business, and you just got to you just have to sell the team.
I mean,
They should do what they did to the Washington Commanders. They made Dan Snyder, I think it was, sell the team. And so they should make him sell the team.
I don't know. I don't think Manfred would do that.
I mean, the funny thing is about MLB games, I think the MLB, like, in general, makes, like, triple the amount of money the NFL does, like, every season, if you look it up.
I have no clue. I wouldn't know that.
NFL as a business is bigger than the MLB.
It's bigger, but I feel like more fans go to... No, not more fans. More people go... Same thing.
Yeah.
People go to MLB games, and then, like, they're doing, like, sales and stuff, all that fun stuff. I'm pretty sure this was, like, a year ago, though. They do that. Like, they make a lot more money than any other sport league.
It's interesting.
Well, there's a lot more seating in NFL games.
Yeah, but there's a lot more, like, stuff at MLB.
So, like, beer sales and
all that stuff.
I
And then they
maybe
do,
see
like,
that.
$1 tickets every Sunday.
it's $1 beer and it's like an 8-ounce beer or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, or $1 hot dogs or something.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, comment what you guys think of the A's reverse boycott. You think it'll work or not, or what? All right. You guys want to move on to the next two segments that kind of go hand in hand?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So we are having trouble doing Hall of Fame Yay or Nay. We're doing it today, but we're having trouble picking guys. We love your feedback. We want to reward you guys for supporting and watching us through the last few episodes. So what we're doing is on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or if you're watching this podcast on YouTube, comment below hashtag HOF Yay or Nay and put who you think we should put as our next Hall of Fame
Yeah, no.
Yay or Nay nominee. So what we're doing is if you do the hashtag HOF Yay or Nay and you put the guy, as many comments as you do is more chances you have to win. Again, you can do this on any of our platforms if you follow us or not. We're going to pick one random person, and they're going to win this signed Nick Castellanos card from the Detroit Tigers in 2017, or 2012, I'm sorry. And we're going to contact you directly. We'll send it to you. You'll get a shout out in our next podcast, and your player will be on our next Hall of Fame Yay or Nay. So make sure you guys comment. This is Hunter's card, so if you want to talk about this a little bit, he's willing to give this away to you guys.
So I'm not sure. I don't, like, look all this stuff up, but I'm pretty sure this is a Nick Castellanos rookie card. He signed it in person. So that it doesn't add any more value, but so 4 or 5 years ago, Nick Castellanos grew up, like, near where we are. And so he came down to our local, like, Little League and signed a bunch of stuff. He signed multiple cards, a bat, and
Hunter's filled with Nick Castellanos signed stuff from like 4 or 5 years ago of just like this really nice guy, really making a upbeat in the Reds organization.
Well, he was.
Philly.
Philly.
Yeah, now he's in Philly. Well, did he leave Philly?
No, he's still in Philly.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe he's
he's
still in
still-
Philly. I thought he was with the Reds.
He was.
Yeah, he was with, like, Jesse Winker and stuff, but yeah, now he's on the Phillies.
He was on the Phillies last year, and he made that catch that I still
Yeah.
hate him for.
He is with the Phillies now. But so just comment on any of our platforms, wherever you're watching this, hashtag HOF Yay or Nay, then put the guy who you think we should nominate, and you can get a shout out in the next video. You'll get this Nick Castellanos signed baseball card, and your player will be on our next Hall of Fame Yay or Nay. All right, but now for our Hall of Fame Yay or Nay, like what I did there, we're doing Jokic since he just won the finals. Micah, you're the big Jokic fan, Nuggets hat. What are your thoughts? Hall of Fame Yay or Nay?
100% yes. I feel like he's top
100%?
top 25 of all time. Call me crazy. Call me probably top 5 center of all time.
Of all time?
Name 5 centers better than Jokic. 5 centers better than Jokic.
Kareem.
Go. Yep. Kareem. Will. Shaq. Hakeem.
Yeah.
And he's at 5.
All right, so there's
Shaq.
Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain.
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell was a plumber. Bill Russell was a plumber.
There's probably
Do people that have played since the 70s?
no. You said all time.
Okay, all time. Well, plumbers. He's a plumber. Bill Russell's a plumber.
What about David Robinson,
Patrick
Malone,
Ewing.
Patrick?
So, okay, name guys. I'll tell you if I think they're better or worse than Jokic.
All these guys.
Yeah, all of them. All of the ones on that list.
Yep.
Well, then
Go.
again, they've had
Go.
a full career.
Go.
Yeah, they have had a full career. I'm saying like right now. All right.
Yeah, right now. I got Jokic.
Let's.
Yes.
Okay, Hunter, Hall of Fame Yay or Nay, Nikola Jokic.
I think he'll make it just because if he keeps doing what he's doing, he'll 100% make it. I mean, how many triple doubles did he have last season?
I think it was
Like 28.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
there's
it's
like
something crazy
10
like that.
during the probably more than that 11.
It was like 12 during the playoffs.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's just crazy stats. If he keeps doing that, then 100%.
I don't think he's the best center of all time or top
No,
5
no.
or anything.
He's not the
top 5.
best.
I don't think he's top 5. Probably not even top 10. But I think he will make the Hall of Fame. I think he's very respectable.
Top 10. Not
he's
even.
28. He's like 30 or something.
Yeah, I think after
Maybe
a
when
full
his career's
Okay,
done.
Shohei's 28.
Shohei's 28. But he's also been playing for like 5 years, and he
He's
showed
been
that he's
injured
most
more
dominant.
than Jokic.
All right.
He's been playing less
So-
than Jokic.
Micah, Hall of Fame Yay or Nay, Jokic.
Yes.
Hunter.
Yes.
Yay? Yay.
Yeah.
I'll go with yay. So, HatTrick Sports Podcast nominate Jokic for the NBA Hall of Fame once he retires. All right? Is that all?
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys for watching the 3rd episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. And thank you for your continued support and feedback. And we'll see you next week.